Hey, everybody, welcome back to an episode of the Frank Presents the Play Call. I'm Frank. I'm joined by the team. Bree, how you doing?
I'm great. How are you, Frankie Frank?
Tired, but I'm good. I'm here. Nikki.
Y'all already know what it is, America. I'm blessed and highly favored.
We should record that, and I'm gonna put it as one of the sound bites.
Blessed and highly favored.
Highly favored. Hallelujah.
Doing what's good.
I am alive and well.
That was so lame.
And we
that
joined
was so
today
lame.
by a special guest, one of Bree's friends, a Baltimore Ravens fan.
Trust.
What's up, Carlos? How you doing today?
I'm good, man. No complaints this way.
No, that's what's up, man. That's what's up. So, I mean, another week, draft done happened. We was on the draft live for like 8 hours watching it, laughing at people. You know what I'm saying?
Getting drunk.
Yeah, we here, Bree. So what's the first thing we gonna do today?
Recap the draft.
How you want to start it? Because I ain't got much to say about my team. They went offensive line. I don't get it, but you know
y'all saw my y'all saw my reaction for my first draft pick.
Yeah, she was hot. Hey, talking about disappointment. You know what I'm saying? Bree look like you know how people get amped up to get a gift, and they think that they're gonna get the gift they really want, and then they open the box and you just
listen. My boo said, "I'm about to give birth." Yeah,
I'm about to give birth. Me this down later, man. You get the.
Frank knows.
Listen, wait, let me say it. Now I want to say it. So here go Bree. I'm about to give birth. Y'all, I'm about to give birth. The 22 draft. Pittsburgh Steelers pick. Whatever pick it. Here go Frank. Well, he just miscarried.
Now, let me tell you what my mom said. I was like, Mama, I was supposed to give birth to Malik Willis. She goes, well, you do say that Jack Harlow, your baby daddy, so you gave birth to a white boy. And I was like, but I accepted it. I'm not mad anymore. I do actually like our picks. I'm very, very excited. We picked good. I think we picked good. We're focusing more on our offensive talent and weapons that we need. So George Pickens is by far my favorite pick of the draft, though.
He should have been a Steeler.
Carlos, a Georgia fan, I like Georgia too. That he's gonna be ruthless out there. So I'm excited. My team, I'm actually very content and very happy with my team. That was my GM's last draft. His contract actually expires May 30th, so that was his last pick. So I give him an A.
So we doing the whole draft or just the first round?
I fell asleep. Saturday I was asleep all day.
Well, I caught stuff here.
I just overall for me, I think my team did good.
Well, I think the Patriots did okay. I wasn't good with the first pick, but I know they went on defense and corner and some other parts. They lost J.C. Jackson to free agency, and like Bill Belichick manner, he's gonna find what he could find a draft at a lower price, and there's still free agents out there that he could probably go after and trades later on. But I think they did okay overall. The thing with draft picks, you don't know what they're going to hit for. They're going to be good or not, You don't know. Yep. A first-round pick could be a dud, and a sixth-round pick could be the greatest of all time. So I don't really pay no mind. It was a good time, and, be good. So we're going to go with Nikki, you know what I'm saying, because I think her team made a big splash the whole draft. So Nikki, what's up? And June's co-team, but Nikki, go ahead.
Don't fool with that one, okay? Honestly, I think
Nikki,
we were making.
You already know what it is.
Here we go. The whole time that Bree was talking, I was calling you. You wasn't listening.
Yeah.
And now you want to talk about. That's why I try to whisper. His ass wasn't paying attention. But anyway, what's your name? I think we were making moves even before, during our free agency. So I think it just bled over to the draft. I understand that. Wait, first I'm gonna say this: we not picking number 1 next year. I just want y'all to know that. I honestly think we won't be. We'll fall out of the top 10. Run and tell that's one. I do believe that. But besides that, you know, a team that struggled. Obviously, we picked number one back to back, right? So a team that struggled obviously have a lot of holes to plug. And do I think we did all of that now? Absolutely not. You know, I think we made great strides to at least put the best product that we can this upcoming year. So I'm okay with that. Like I told y'all, I don't know if I said it when America was on the line, but I'll say this. Last season we won 3 games. I want us to just break 500. That's it. I don't think that's asking for too much. And obviously our last game we knocked out the Colts, so we are capable of doing that. And now that we've added a little bit more skill to our team, I think we can. I said this when I noticed, okay, we paying attention to our defensive side. 2017, what got us so far was our defensive side. So I don't know. Regardless, good, bad, draw, evil, whatever, I always ride for my dog. So go Duval. Be ready.
Let's go, Jags.
Okay, I'm sorry. I'm ready.
June,
See what you fucked it up.
We're gonna have to go last. Carlos, what's up, man? How you feel about your team in the draft?
Bro,
Man,
I don't
we
know
made
what
it.
the hell the Baltimore did.
Hey, man, surprisingly, we used all 6 picks in the 4th round, but the Hollywood trade did take me for a loop, though. I was kind of wondering what was going on. I knew he wasn't too happy not getting the ball too much, but he also dropped it a lot, too. So I feel like he's just giving us a chance to give Duvernay, Prochet, all them guys a chance to step up. Of course, we still got tight end 1 in the league. I'm pretty comfortable with the talent we got.
You think your tight end is better than Gronk?
He is.
Negative.
He is.
I just wanted to see Frank's reaction.
I agree.
He is. That's money. That's money marked for a reason, man.
Wait, hold on.
I'm waking
Which tight end we talking about?
Frank, I'm waking you up. Frank, I'm
Mark
waking you
Andrews.
up. Frank, I'm waking you up.
Yeah.
Is it
Money mark.
too tight?
Frank, I'm waking you up. I just woke Frank up. We gonna get on the Hollywood. We're gonna get on the Hollywood trade later.
Wait. You know what? We're gonna
get on the Hollywood trade later.
Yeah, we gonna talk about that and who's to blame for that. And we're gonna talk about your delusionalness. Hey, you talking about Gronk at old age with back surgery, forearm surgery, knee surgery, and hip surgery? Just won a Super Bowl like 2 years ago? Or are we talking about prime Gronk in New England? That set the tight end touchdown record. I just want to know which one we're talking about because, you know what I'm saying? If we talking about either or, man.
You think Gronk is
Mark better than one of them. Mark better than one of them.
Probably this one, right?
He'd have gave the other one hell, though. He'd have gave the other one hell.
Hey, I like you already, Carlos, man. You know what? I'm glad you're on here tonight. You good with just your part now, so I can move on to June and the Eagles?
Yeah. Hey, nothing else need to be said. Just trust.
Right. My man, June, how about your draft picks?
Hey, I'm gonna have to give it a C+. I think there's 2 in particular positions that I was focusing on, and I'm pretty sure everybody else was, which was the cornerback and the safety position. But maybe a B-. You guys obviously know, stacking up in the receiver with the 1 and 2. Again, AJ Brown, that obviously surprised me and everybody else around in the NFL. So I think that was super dope. We got a couple of Georgia boys, a couple of LBs, and we got a center because Kelsey's getting. I think this may be Kelsey's last year, so we have to find a replacement at the end of the day. So I thought that was a good draft pick on that part.
Davis.
But at the end of the day, the corner, Slay still needs some help out there in the defense, and we still need that safety out there to solidify what's going on. Honey Badger sold out, went back to his hometown. This is what it is. And I'll stick with my top 10 tight end.
He sold out. Honey Badger, he was getting on my damn nerves. I'm happy somebody.
He was.
Acted so celebrity about where he was going.
Yeah, he was real emotional too. He was getting on my nerves.
Yeah, he was getting on my nerves.
You know how I feel about him, so it ain't no even. We ain't even gonna talk about it.
Right, we only gotta talk about it, right?
Yeah. We not. So I'm gonna ask you a question. So normally when I'm not too busy and I have time to watch YouTube, I can look at some of the clips. So today I was watching one, and they had a conversation about Lamar Jackson and Hollywood leaving. And you, the Raven fan, so I'm gonna ask you first, and then we'll feed off whatever you say. The conversation was like, is it more look on Lamar Jackson that he left, or on the offensive coordinator that he left? And the reason is, before over the last 3 years, Lamar Jackson's numbers decreased increasingly a lot. His unanimous season, he had I think over 30 touchdowns, less than 10 interceptions. He was averaging 6.9 yards per pass, right? But you had 2 tight ends. You had Hayden Hurst. You had Andrews. You had 3 actually, but they those 2, and they like to play within the numbers. And it was a lot of tight end catches and then running the ball. That was his best year. Then the next year he dropped down from 30-something to 26, and his interceptions went up. His average per yard went down. Then last year he was hurt, and y'all had a whole team that was hurt. Y'all picked up scrubs from Baltimore Street Market to play, right? And he had bad numbers, worse numbers. Do you think that, and Hollywood said he wasn't happy with the offense, do you think that that's more of a slight, not that he has beef with Lamar, but Lamar's capability as a quarterback to be able to have a different play? Because it looks like y'all trying to go back to a 2 tight end set by your draft picks that y'all had. So how do you feel about that? What's your take on it?
I mean, truthfully, Hollywood was at his best where he can like pretty much track the ball like he did at Oklahoma. And so the offense wasn't really designed for him. I understand that part as well. You know, like I said, hate to see him go, but you dropped a lot of opportunities you had, and Lamar also forced a lot of passes to you, which was killing our offense. And then, of course, after you miss a couple forced passes, you got to lean on Mark. But then you got these other young guys that's down the field. I've seen, plenty of tape I've watched where guys will be standing wide open when he tried to force it to Hollywood. So I feel like now spreading the ball evenly, adding that, 3 tight end setback, he's going to be back in prime form. Look out for another MVP season.
Okay, cool. What about Bree? What you think?
No, I agree. I do agree. I don't think it was any ill will or any beef when it came to Lamar, but I agree that offense isn't designed for Hollywood Brown. So hopefully he can fit in the system of the Cardinals.
June?
Did you guys pick up any receivers in the draft?
I think we got some of the undrafted free agent receivers, but we basically kept everything we had. We had Duvernay, Bateman, Prochet. I think Moore came back, somebody who's in and out of Baltimore a lot as a free agent, but that's about it. We didn't draft no receivers.
They've drafted 2 tight ends. Charlie Kolar from Iowa State, Isaiah Likely from Coastal Carolina, and then they got a running back from Talladega, Missouri. Yeah, they went defense. They went corner from Houston, another corner from Alabama, outside linebacker back from Michigan. The first pick was a safety, Kyle Hamilton. So they went defense, and I think that's good for them. But Nikki, what you got before I say my piece?
Real quick, Frank. The reason I asked was because I still think that you still need a weapon like Hollywood Brown in that type of offense. I think depending too much on what Lamar used to do, in my opinion, I think it's just going to cause him and make him a little bit more vulnerable to get hurt. I mean, he was already hurt last year, I think it was, right? For a couple of games. So
offensive line was terrible.
I think, making him use his legs a little bit more, it may make him who he was, but taking away that weapon make him kind of be who he was before. But I don't know. I still think it's a loss. I think he's a beast. Don't get me wrong, but I just think it's a loss.
Yeah, I feel like it was a lot. Bound to happen eventually with Hollywood being snubbed out of all the receivers in his draft class. His numbers have increased every year better than everyone. Debo had his best season as a running back, not as a receiver. So, and Bateman and Lamar do have really good chemistry from the little bit of time they did have. It's just about every pass was a first down. So I think that'll help us stretch the field more.
All right, Nick.
If there's one person, was 2 people, right? But if there's one person that I will not talk bad about, y'all know, it's motherfucking Lamar Jackson. LOBE Lamar, right? So I don't give a damn if every pass he try to roll the ball to Marquise. I'd have been like, it's Marquise' fault. Why he ain't catch that damn roll ball? Okay? I don't give a damn. No, but I'll say this, right? Football is a team sport. Now, am I saying there's areas that Lamar needs to do better? And of course, my Pooh Bear is calling me. Pooh Bear, I gotta call you back. But yeah, there's areas that he needs to improve in, but it ain't his fault that you keep dropping the ball. Shit, you gotta go. I don't know. I don't think it's on Lamar. Shit, who you said was the other person you want me to blame? The offensive coordinator? It's his damn fault. I mean, it's his fault because it can't be Lamar.
I agree with that.
So
Yeah.
here's what I'm gonna say. I don't think it's all Lamar's fault, but Lamar's inability to get the ball downfield accurately.
Yeah, because you're a hater.
I'm not a hater.
Okay.
I like Lamar Jackson.
Lamar
No.
does they
Really,
don't
don't start.
No, they don't, because Lamar was being utilized for throwing it as far as he can when he was in Louisville. They don't utilize Lamar.
He ran the
throw.
spread offense in Louisville.
Yes.
So,
in Louisville, he had a great arm. When he got to Baltimore, they're using him more of throwing short passes or running the ball. They're not utilizing him to throw the ball.
So
I get what Frank is saying there.
I say that to say this. His talent is amazing, right? He has a strong arm. He's mobile, so he's not a pocket passer. He can scramble out the pocket. I agree with June. The way they use him is going to lead to injuries. But I also see what happened to Vic in Atlanta. They never developed the arm that Vic had. Vic had one of the strongest arms in the NFL, but they didn't use all of it. So I think the two tight end, New England loves tight ends. You know what I'm saying? We use them. So I'm not bad about that. I do feel that what he was looking at was I'm not getting the ball as much, and he is dropping it when he was getting it because I had him on fantasy. And trust me, there was days I was depending on this dude and he was leading me down all the way. But I also feel like he made a choice for himself in his pockets. Why? Because of money. When your numbers ain't stacking up right, you can't ask for that $100 million or anything like that. You know what I mean? And a lot of these wide receivers that left, like old boy that left Adams that went to the Raiders, he went back with his college, quarterback. There was another person that left to go back with his college quarterback. But didn't Marquise play with Kyler Murray in college?
Yeah, they did. That was Kyler Murray's best season.
Yeah, that's where he went. So I'm not saying it's all on Lamar. Don't get me wrong. And I'm a big believer in coaching. Your offense coordinator should be making plays that are going to bring the best out of you. You know what I'm saying? If like when the Giants and Eli was struggling because they didn't have an offensive line and they couldn't run the ball, I said, why you're not doing screen passes or quick passes to set the defense up, not to rush all the time? I felt like the offense coordinator was letting them get hit up. So I'm not putting it all on Lamar, but I do feel like the lack of those numbers not being as good would impact that decision as well. You know what I'm saying? But we're gonna see, because Lamar got a lot to do now. I feel pressure's on him. You have a unanimous MVP season. You haven't made it past what round of playoffs? Second. You know what I'm saying? And you got people like Mahomes. You got Josh Allen that's been making a name for himself up there. And you want to be competitive. You want to be that guy, especially because did he extend his contract yet or no?
No, he said he want to earn it. He said he want to earn it this year. You
know what I'm saying? And then when his backup came in, he did move the ball downfield. His passing was a little better. You know what I'm saying? So that's all I.
What he like.
Yeah.
Do you think the pressure is more on Lamar or the head coach? Because at this point,
maybe a little bit
it
of
kind
both.
of balance. That pressure has to balance in that type of particular situation. Because you got a superstar MVP there. You ain't getting nowhere in the playoffs pretty much with that type of superstar start with that stardom or whatnot with the number one tight end, right? Arguably.
Yeah.
So where when do you start pointing fingers at the head coach? Regardless of what he's done in the past, it's the past. So what are you gonna do to now for that team?
I feel like what they did was go back to what got him these extensions. He had a strong defense all the way up through the Super Bowl run. And one of the things that we didn't have last year, minus the fact we weren't putting up big numbers, we had no pass rush. Without a pass rush, your corners are going to get toasted. Not only did we have our best 2 corners out, we picked these guys up from Wendy's, threw them in a jersey, and threw them on the field.
Yo, from the wire. You know what I'm saying? They were ex-crackheads. Yeah, but that's what so looking at your draft picks, y'all went a lot of defense. And I think what y'all trying to go back to is what made the Ravens a scary thing was that defense. You had a great secondary. When you had Reed back there at safety, and then you had my man up in the front, Ray Lewis, you, and then y'all had some big studs online that was getting penetration. You know, it's just, we had Suggs there. You know, the defense made up a lot to mask what the offense sometimes couldn't do. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
We used to run the ball with, when Ray Rice was there, y'all was running the ball like crazy before he started knocking his girlfriend out. You know what I mean? There was a force. Y'all played that smash mouth football, dirty in the trenches. You know, we're going to get dirty. We're going to hit you. We ain't scared of you. You know, I always said the Baltimore players look like they should have been in the penitentiary coming out. Like they just came out looking like they just about to mess people up. So I want to see it. I'm here for it. I just hope Lamar has a good year this year.
Thanks. That's what I'm hoping for. And then getting Dobbins and Edwards back gonna take some of the load off him too.
Correct. All right, Bree, what's up?
AJ Brown to the Eagles. It's our next one. June.
Hey, nothing but surprise. My main man threw a fastball strike at the game yesterday in the Phillies. It was straight down the middle too, not too left, not too right. But I think it's super dope. It's super dope for Jalen Hurts. It's super dope for Devontae Smith, Goddard, Sanders, for the entire team. I think that's amazing. But I think my concern would still be the defense, more than the offense. With what we had last year, I mean, we made it into the wild card, and we weren't supposed to be there. So again, I don't think it's more in the sense of the offense. It's more in the sense of the defense. And if you compare numbers with the Bucks and the Eagles both finished at 7-3 in the last 10 games. So it's not an offensive thing, in my opinion. It's more of a defensive thing. We lost the game to Brady based on defense. And that's that. But hey, amazing on AJ Brown. I can't wait. I'm fit to go on online, fit to get the new jersey. And he's there for 5 years, so I know I ain't gonna waste my money on some of these cats.
I think it's good. I just hope that your quarterback can get the ball to him. You know what I'm saying? That's the biggest concern with him, with Hurts. It's just, can he move the ball downfield? You know what I'm saying? And Eagles have had a good organization for a while now. I think the ups and downs at quarterback is what hurt you guys too, to a certain extent. Having Wentz go out, Foles comes in, Wentz comes back, mentally he's not there. Does horrible. Y'all get rid of Foles, y'all get rid of him, you bring Hurts in, and he's developing. You know what I'm saying? And so you get some consistency, but it starts with, can he move the ball when you need him to move the ball?
I think he can. I really do think he can. I think with Devontae Smith and with AJ Brown is going to be good, especially because Rager couldn't really do what he needed to do.
You can't say that R word no more, right? Hey.
Sorry.
I'm sorry. Y'all need a package for Watkins too.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, it's just very inconsistent on the receivers. I think man, I forgot his freaking name.
Just say number 18 then instead of the R word.
Yeah, don't even say that. We're gonna retire that number and we're just gonna leave it blank. But yeah, man, just remember what they say. The Eagles are still winning while rebuilding. And I think that's a big statement right there.
Speaking of big statements, that's how we're gonna move into our next day. Anytime someone says the last word, I'll move on. Speaking of big statements, okay, Tannehill made a big statement.
Oh God,
he pussy.
Saying that it is not his job to mentor Malik Willis. And
I get it from a competition standpoint.
Yes. He says, I don't think it's my job to mentor him. So I do get it from a competition standpoint, but also, like I was telling some people on Facebook and on Twitter, you as a quarterback, you are considered the leader of your team, right? And as a leader, you want to be able to lead people as well and help people and teach people. That's what leaders do, right? Also, it makes you look so entitled because you didn't have that help when you were down in Miami, you know, you didn't have that OG to mentor you and stuff. Doesn't mean that you can be like, you know, grimy and do the same to the next person. NFL and college are two different freaking criterias and two aspects of football. And especially him coming from Liberty, he's not coming from a big name school. So he's not seeing these big name people, right? So he's going to need that one-on-one mentoring on what to do, you know? And I think as a leader and as the quarterback, that should be your job. Yeah, you have your quarterback coach, you have all these coaches and stuff, but you should be also be able to mentor him. He's not saying teach him your every freaking move and your every step and your every throw, but mentor him and guide him because he's the next generation. Because what the fuck is going to happen when you go down?
But the thing is, can he even mentor him? I think it comes from a point of being scared. That's one. It's a competition thing. And he knows his shortfalls. Let's just be honest. Tannehill has his moments where he's great, and he has moments where he's a dud. You know, he's surprises at times, but let's just be honest. Derrick Henry goes out, the game changes. Now you lost. He's gone. Brown's gone. You know what I'm saying? Julio left. What do you have? And you got this quarterback coming that's young. That was a big prospect. You know, everybody thought he was going first round, and he falls, and I get him later. And now you're thinking that's competition. He sees it. You know. Real players recognize players. And if you know anything, you're going to know that what person attributes they have to make them great. And hopefully he lost his, if it was me and I'm the young rookie quarterback and you say that, then I ain't got to talk to you, dog. Don't worry about it. But what I would do
see you on the field.
Yup. I'm getting the playbook. I'm getting film. I'm studying film at home. I'm trying to get reps with the first team or second team. Whoever want to throw and catch with me, that's what I'm doing. And if I got to meet up with other quarterbacks in the league, then that's what I'm going to do. Because clearly, the person I have in front of me ain't trying to help me. So
Tannehill was a bum. Straight bum. You get what I'm saying? Listen, he know the business. You're not going to be here forever.
Nope.
Like, you
you made a mistake.
Tannehill's a bad quarterback to look up to anyways. He's mid. He's a bad quarterback. Like, let's look at what has Ryan Tannehill ever done besides be the game manager for the most boring and worst number one seed in history? Like, come on now.
Like, good for never handing the ball off to Henry.
What you know what?
Right, that's all he's right.
Look good. No, you know what made Tannehill look good? AJ Brown and Derrick Henry. That's it. That's all that ever made him look good. He couldn't do nothing with Jarvis Landry and Devontae Parker. Like, come on now. You're buns, bro. You suck. You suck.
Frankie, are you sick?
Sucks. Huh? Allergies, yeah.
Yeah, you're
allergies.
But he sucks. Like, no,
100%
nobody.
agree with you.
He's
supposed to be a vet.
I think my favorite part of the press conference is he said that after the loss that he had to the Bengals. Yeah, they lost to the Bengals, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
He went to therapy over it.
Yeah,
he was in a dark place.
He was in a dark
place. He was in a dark place.
That was hard, or that was the divisional round loss, right?
Yeah.
And you went to a dark place. Try going to Super Bowl and lose them up. You ain't, bro.
You ain't right.
Yeah, just sit down somewhere, bro.
Sit down. He's supposed to be a veteran, man. As a veteran, you know, you're supposed to know what you're supposed to say on camera and off camera. And if anything, I think it's gonna backfire because now it's gonna fuel old buddy coming in here.
Right. And that's what I wanted to say. Yeah.
And they may really take your job. I think you're overpaid to begin with.
Yeah.
But that's a whole different story, that big contract.
Right.
So that was that. I think he's a starting quarterback, but not for a good team. I think he's a starting quarterback that's trying to rebuild.
But an XFL
quarterback.
Yeah.
That too, yeah.
So
definitely an XFL starter.
Yep. So Kurt Warner, everyone knows Kurt Warner, you know, Hall of Famer, you know, great guy, amazing, beautiful. He tweeted I will never understand that I'm not here to mentor the next guy mentality. So for all you young quarterbacks that need a mentor, DM me and I'll be that guy. Happy to help in any way I can. Period. I would rather listen to the person that's Super Bowl MVP, Super Bowl ring than listen to Tannehill. Right? Somebody else comment on it and said, why mentor someone that is competing for your job? That doesn't make sense. So he replied to that person and says, ha ha ha, different mentality. I never want to beat a guy out for his job just because the other guy isn't at his best. I want him at his best and then the best and let the best man win. Maybe I'm just wired differently.
And no, the issue is this. If you trust your game, you get what I'm saying? If you trust your game and you trust your ability, it don't matter who they got sitting behind you because you know that you will always perform. You get what I'm saying? Like, so I understand the competition aspect, but if you are that nervous that we're not asking you to teach this boy how to throw a damn ball. You know what I'm saying? I'm not asking you to tell him, right. I'm not asking you to show him your tricks. No, nobody's asking that. You get what I'm saying? Nobody wants you to tell him that you twinkle your toes, black your eyes, tap your ass before you throw the ball. Nobody asks you to say that. And then because you do that, your ball goes, the whole go down the whole yard of the field. Nobody's asking you to do that. But to mentor somebody, like, bro, and then next year, he gonna be, watch, they're gonna nominate him for man of the year. If you don't get the fuck out of here.
Realistically, they're gonna put Malik in on some wild packages like they did with Lamar, let him use his legs, and then he's gonna make a couple throws, and Tannehill's irrelevant. Yeah, I call it right now.
Because this
and on top, dude already feels some type of way that he dropped so far down in the thingy, right? So your stupid statement, you probably is gonna lose your job. It's okay. It's okay. You probably should be scared because dude already got a chip on his shoulder that it took Jesus to come down and be like, y'all come on and take my son. Somebody come and pick my son right now for him to get drafted. And here you come with this foolishness and you're not good.
Nikki, what he about to do?
Take your job. Gotta go.
Speaking of losing job.
Yeah. Look at this girl. She's so dumb.
Speaking of losing jobs, DeAndre Hopkins suspended 6 games for
I don't believe that
violation.
Ain't no way, bro. Ain't no way.
I don't
for a
believe
PED violation.
So so as far as I can remember, I've never seen somebody beat a performance enhancement drug charge. Never. But one thing that caught my eye was he passes October test, passes December test, but you fail your November test. So what did you do different in November that you didn't do in October and December?
And his agent said that they're going to investigate all the.
They're watching everything he took in his body, and that's what you should do, right? I would like to think that DeAndre Hopkins, he didn't do that. In my heart, I want to believe he didn't do it. He's a good wide receiver. He's a good person. Every time he catches a touchdown, he looks for his mom. She's blind. He gives her the ball. And I feel that a person like that doesn't need to do this.
Has some type of integrity. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but on the flip side, to play devil's advocate, they're in a business where it's what you have done for me lately. You know what I'm saying? Not what you did for me last year. He got 10 years in the game. He's getting older. He had injuries now. And a lot of these players, once they start getting injured, it's just if they don't take the time to heal, they're not the same. They're going to keep getting injured. So is it possible that the concern, the worry, the wanting to get back to himself, maybe led him to take something he normally wouldn't take? It's possible. But I would like to think that based on what we've seen over the last 10 years from this young man, is that
that's not him.
That's not him. You know what I'm saying? But, we never know that when the pressure gets to you, it gets to you. You know what I'm saying? So I hope he beats it, but I don't recall anybody ever beating a PED or charged like that. You know what I'm saying? Never.
Yeah. So he released a statement. He said, in my 10-year NFL career, I have never tested positive for using performance enhancing drugs. To learn that my November test came back with trace elements of a banned substance, I was confused and shocked. I'm very mindful of what I put in my body, and I've always taken a holistic approach. I'm working with my team to investigate how this could have happened. But even as careful as I've been, clearly I wasn't careful enough. For that, I apologize to the Cardinals fans, my teammates, the entire Cardinals organization. I never want to let my team down. I fully intend to get to the bottom of this. As soon as I have more information, I will share it. DeAndre Hopkins, and he quoted it was, "See you guys week 7."
I'm willing to argue that he actually might beat it. Like literally looking at his track record, you can say that he's been pretty clean, like squeaky clean his entire time in the league. Now, perfect example, Josh Gordon. He keep popping for weed, he keep getting opportunities. Why would I play with myself like that by going to try to enhance my healing and my growth when usually you out for what type of injury that is, like a career ending, not even career ending, but season ending.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I don't believe he took it. I think it might have been slipped to him. Anything. They could have been experimental drugs.
Go ahead.
I'll say this, right? I think, you know, I think there's a lot of things now in today's world that you might have taken a year or two, and now that a lot of our tests are a little bit more developed, more things are coming out. You know what I mean? Like, I'll just say this for example, right? And not even to try to bring my professional job, right? Everybody, what's it called? Rockstar? It's Rockstar, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, the Rockstar energy drink that has a THC in it.
Yeah, now it's a big deal. Oh, don't drink it at work because you're gonna pop. You know what I'm saying? How many people drink that energy drink? You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not trying to make it sound like it's the same, but it's just so many things now that you might have been taking forever. And now
certain pre-workouts.
Right. And now it's a trace of this, or this is so similar to that you're going to pop, right? I don't see it in him. Like everybody said, just the person that he is, I just don't see it. You know what I'm saying? Like, now if somebody like AB came out, I don't like AB, they know this. I'll be like, yeah, that motherfucker did it. He did it. He did, and he know he was doing it. You know what I'm saying? But DeAndre, that's not him. So I don't believe it. Or I don't think that it was intentional. If it is true, I don't think it was. He purposely did it. You know what I mean?
I mean, everybody's a good guy until they get caught, right?
Yeah, that's true too.
And that's unfortunate. I'm not trying to knock him, but like I told you earlier this week, it's more of a. I'm not surprised. It's more like disappointing. I'm not mad. You know, it is what it is. But like we all get older. So in his case, he is getting older. I'm pretty sure. I don't know, man. You know, they probably gave him some stuff, and he thought it was okay. And they're like, "Nah, you're good. Just take it." And he trusted whoever it was, because there's a lot of trust in that business, and God knows what goes behind closed doors. But yeah, it's more disappointing. This dude is a public figure, based on his personal life. He's a role model based on his professional and personal life. So surprising, yes. Disappointing is another thing. So I mean, I really hope he didn't, and he appeals it and he wins. But if he's done, I mean, if he's did it, then again, it's just disappointing.
But we don't believe he did it. All right. Sure. I don't believe it. And I speak for all of us. Ooh, okay. Ooh, all right, what's next?
So next we have, speaking of next.
Look, I want her to drop whatever, and I was like, oh, you didn't use nobody's word. Yeah. Go ahead.
So speaking of next, okay, we have the 5 games for the 2022 International Series, okay? So we have in London, October 2nd, we have the Minnesota Vikings versus the New Orleans Saints. On October 9th in London, we have the New York Giants versus the Green Bay Packers. Also on October 30th in London, we have the Denver Broncos versus the Jacksonville Jaguars. November 13th, Germany, we have the Seattle Seahawks versus Tampa Bay Buccaneers. And November 21st in Mexico City, Mexico, we have the San Francisco 49ers versus the Arizona Cardinals. I think out of those 5 games, I'm going to go around and ask which one are you most excited for. So Frank, which one are you most excited for?
Wow. Honestly, you said them so fast.
Okay, so we have in London, the Vikings versus the Saints, the Giants versus the Packers, and the Broncos versus the Jacks. In Germany, we have the Seahawks versus the Bucks. And in Mexico, we have the 49ers versus the Cardinals.
I would probably go by Broncos versus Jags. And I'm gonna tell you why. You got a new team, you got Russell and a new team that already has some weapons, and he felt that that's the best place to go. We got a new team that went defensive, that went defense. I don't think people realize what Jacksonville was doing by going defense the way they did with edge rushers and stuff like that. They're preparing to stop runs. That's what they're preparing for. They're preparing for the Colts, and they're preparing for Tannehill's team.
The Titans.
Mm-hmm. And I think that when you go overseas, for one, Jacksonville has a good record overseas, and two, it's time zone, jet lag, all that plays a part. But I would like to see what both teams do with their new acquired weapons. The only difference is that I feel the Broncos, all they did was add a Super Bowl winning quarterback to their repertoire, and it should be something that should be good already, just getting better. But then we're going to see a young team come together, rally, and hopefully pull out the upset. Because I think if Jacksonville could beat the Broncos with Russell under center, would make a big statement as to where they're at. You know what I'm saying? So that's the one I'm more excited to see.
Carlos?
I'm on the same boat with him, man. I'm trying to see if Russ gonna actually have the Peyton Manning effect. Like, you went to a team that pretty much had some decently established weapons. You got Melvin Gordon coming back, young running back in the backfield with him. Yeah, I'm looking forward to it. Him and Judy got a pretty good connection already, too.
Nikki?
Oh, okay. I guess this is a real question for Nikki. I'm going with the Broncos for the Jags. Of course I am. First of all, this game is going to, regardless, I'm in a win-win situation. The reason why I say that is everybody knows there's two quarterbacks. LOBE. Number one, we talked about person number one already. Lamar motherfucking Jackson. And number two happens to be Russell Wilson. I love Russ. So I feel like I'm in a win-win situation. If the Broncos win, I'm gonna pat myself in the back because I like Russell Wilson. And of course, when the Jacksonville Jaguars
but
win,
it might be too Victorian.
Gosh, interesting.
So why Frank have to do that when I'm talking?
No, I was looking
Can't do
at the schedule and the stupid ad popped up. So go ahead. I'm sorry.
I was going to say, Frank, you better not be watching no porn.
No, I'm trying to, it's NFL.com and one of the stupid ads popped up. So go ahead.
And then when the Jags win, I mean that's the home team, right? So regardless, I'm in a win-win. I'm not losing regardless. I do hope. Now, we have a 50-50. It's not that we win all the time. Actually, from 2020, 2021, our first win was overseas, right? So that's what broke our little losing streak last year. So regardless, it's exciting to me. I think it should be exciting to Trevor because he's playing motherfucking Russell. And like you already stated, we stacked. We put a little plugs in some of the holes that we had. So by October, hopefully, we have some kind of gel-like relationship. And if we lose by very small margin. But we're gonna win. So because all we do is win, no matter what. So
Yeah.
You're not gonna start another thing off of me saying we're gonna win. No, okay.
Oh Lord. Yeah, I agree, Nikki. We are gonna win.
Okay. Oh my gosh, why did you let June go after me? Because
I think my thing is gonna be the Niners in Arizona. One, they ain't gotta travel too far. Two, the Niners finish on a hot streak, and I mean I'm hoping something can be worked out with Debo if that's the case. But I think they're two of the best teams going at each other right now that didn't have to do too much fixing, so to speak. If the Jaguars would have been playing Denver week 1 in London, I would have said that because I would want to see what happens week 1 because we don't know. But I don't know, just those two right there.
I'm gonna agree with June. That one is my favorite matchup. One, because they are NFC West rivals, And then 2, just to see what's going to happen, because everyone thought that the Cardinals were going to be the ones to make it to the NFC champions out of their division over the 49ers. And then again, we don't know what's going to happen with Debo, if he's going to stay or go. So I'm very, very excited. I'm excited about all the matchups. My second one would have been the Broncos and the Jags, but the one in Mexico City is the one I'm really, really excited for.
No, not me.
And
but I was cheating anyway.
We have a game.
You picked yours, Carlos?
Yeah, he did.
Yeah, he went with our pick.
Okay.
All right, Frank, make me the host. We're gonna play a game really fast. So we were gonna do Fashion Police NFL Draft Edition, but everyone wore basically the same fucking outfit, so it was no point. So we're gonna play Start Bench
We
Cut.
did that. You messed it up.
No, it's because I did not mess it up, Nikki.
No, yes you did, because you had Travis looking like.
No, I did
crazy.
not.
Yes, you did. Yes, you did. Yes, you did.
Oh, wait. Okay. So it's
Listen, I'm excited for football this year. I hope, sorry for cutting you off, but I hope we do, I know for one thing, if it's not one person, I know Bree and I are going to go to a game, but I do hope that the rest of the folks join us this year, at least one.
I'm gonna be at like every Baltimore game I can catch. It's like a 4-hour drive.
So the first
you know what? I appreciate you. Okay. Well, all right, Bree. We'll set up.
I'm sorry. Start bench cut. We got Josh Allen, Lamar Jackson, and Kyler Murray.
I'm cutting Kyler.
Okay. So Nikki's go first. Nikki, go first.
That's all I know. I'm cutting Kyler. Shit. And I'm going to rotate between Josh and Lamar. I actually will go in the order that is labeled. I'll probably start Josh Allen. And I love Lamar. I'll bench Lamar, but eventually I'll put him in. And Kyler got to go.
All right, June.
I'm going to agree with Nikki. I think that's the perfect lineup right there.
Yep.
Frank?
I was going that way too.
Los?
I'm going to switch it up. First of all, I'm cutting the angry toddler. Kyler gone. I'm going to start Lamar. Reasons being is because I'm forever going to roll with my quarterback. He's going to be in the right system one day. And Josh, he's going to be on the bench because I can do packages with either one.
Yeah, that's what I said. I rotate.
So, yeah, I'm going to start Josh Allen, bench Lamar, cut Kyler as well. See, that one was easy. That was so easy. Okay. Next one we have.
God damn, we can't even see. Oh, Lord.
Lamar Jackson, Patrick Mahomes, and Deshaun Watson. For me, I'm cut out of these three. I'm gonna cut Lamar. Out of these three, I'm gonna cut Lamar. I'm gonna bench Deshaun, and I'm gonna start Patrick.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
I don't like that light-skinned fella.
I don't either, but he's a good football player. Okay.
That's the problem right there. It's like, damn, it's tough.
All right. Yeah, this tough because if I pick just because. Okay, hold on.
So while you think about that, I'm gonna go Patrick Mahomes start. I'm definitely gonna bench Deshaun Watson, and I'm cutting Lamar. And I'm gonna tell you why. The only reason in this aspect is that
look at Lamar net.
I know what Deshaun could do in the passing game, but he's been out for a while, so I would bench him. I would start Patrick because we seen what Patrick could do, and Lamar. Out of the three, I don't think he has he doesn't stack up the way he needs to stack up right now. Next year we do this again, it might be different. You know what I'm saying?
I got a scenario for you.
I'm going to start.
Huh?
That's all I got. I'm starting Deshaun, but my reason is so dumb. But I'm starting Deshaun. I am. I will. That's all. That's all I know. I'm starting Deshaun.
All right, Jim.
And
I'm gonna start Lamar Jackson. I'm gonna bench Patrick Mahomes, and I'm gonna cut Deshaun. Deshaun, he's been out the game for a little bit, and when he was in the game, he didn't do anything for Houston. Then we got
That's
two
not true.
MVPs over there. What did he do for Houston?
No, that's not true.
What did he do for Houston? Tell me what he did
was
for
all
Houston.
right. He was in my division. I like the only team.
I'm trying to see what he did for Houston. Like even when he had, them superstars over there. But that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna start Lamar. Patrick Mahomes, I think when he won that MVP and when he started out, shit hot. But it just seems like more teams are starting to figure him out. And if you look at his play in the last year, it hasn't been the same.
Right. That's why
so
I'm a bench
I think Patrick Mahomes has shown that he could reach his ceiling, and Lamar Jackson hasn't. He's still like learning, but he's a powerful impact. So Deshaun, you're gone. Lamar, you starting, and Patrick, you're on the bench.
All right,
I'm gonna go with this same. I'm going the same way he did. Like literally, you asked Lamar beginning of the season, do you think teams have figured you out? They haven't. You know who they figured out? Mahomes. I'm still gonna bench him though. I'm gonna start Lamar and I'm gonna cut Watson because he might not even be eligible to play.
No, he's gonna be eligible.
He might be a rich bench warmer.
No, he gonna be eligible. He gonna play. I guess it's back to me, right?
Go ahead, Nikki.
I still would start Watson. God damn. No, I'm still stuck because.
Jeez.
Shut the hell up.
You got two MVPs over there.
Yeah, I don't give a fuck. I'm not cutting Lamar. I like Lamar. But shit, I'm keeping all three of them. I'm just gonna have to pay them.
You stupid, yo.
So Nikki said that she's starting Deshaun, benching Lamar, and cutting Patrick.
Patrick either. He gonna be in my practice squad until I decide what the fuck I'm gonna do.
Oh my God.
I ain't cutting none of them. I ain't cutting any one of them.
So this one we have Dak, Carson, and Matty Ice.
Why you gotta put this
exactly
up? That shit didn't even make sense, right? But I got something for it.
I found it on
Me
Google.
too.
Okay. Matty Ice, Carson, and Dak.
I'm starting Dak. I'm benching Matty, and I'm cutting Carson.
That's the way I'm going to. That's the way I'm going to.
I'm starting Dak. I'm benching Carson, and Matty Ice, just go. Bye.
I'm starting Dak, and I'm cutting both of the other two.
I guess you can do that because I ain't cut none of my motherfuckers.
Because Dak ain't getting out. You stuck. Ain't no backup.
Yeah, that's true.
Jim?
Hey, Dak is starting. Matty Ice he just exactly what his nickname. He's just ice. He's just cold. He ain't doing nothing. He's not even thawing out. Then I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna do Carson. He's gonna be on the bench. It was a game away from doing a thing. Plus he got a ring over those two there. Regardless whether or not he played in the Super Bowl, he got the ring over those two.
Next one. Okay, so we have Goff, we have Baker, and we have Deshaun.
Shit. Let's see.
So, yep. Goff, Baker, Deshaun.
What about the ball?
Start Deshaun, bench Baker, cut Goff.
That's how I'm going to start Deshaun, bench Baker, cut Goff.
In that order.
I'm gonna put Manziel the second on the bench.
You said Manziel the second?
Yeah. he going to the bench.
Jim?
I'm gonna go the same thing.
Okay.
Deshaun, Baker, oh boy's gone.
Okay, coaches. So we have Doug Peterson, Mike Tomlin, and Pete Carroll.
All right.
Ooh, I'm keeping Tomlin. I'm benching Carroll, and I'm cutting Doug.
Thanks. It's hard to root against Tomlin, dog. It's as much as I hate the Steelers, it's hard to root against them.
But you
man.
love your sister.
I do. But damn. Pete Carroll still running that high school shit.
So I'm definitely keeping the only black head coach on the damn roster. Okay, so you're starting. I'm keeping all three of them.
I'm gonna
keeping all
start.
three.
I'm gonna go with Frank. I'm gonna start Mike. I'm gonna bench Pete, and I'm gonna cut Doug.
I can't cut Doug. He's currently my damn.
So I got one for y'all. Go ahead.
Hey, hold on. Hey, Doug. Hey, Doug, Tom, and Carol's gone.
Y'all ready?
Mm-hmm.
Tomlin, Belichick, Andy Reid.
I'm starting Tom. I'm the female Mike Tomlin. I'm forever starting Tom. Belichick's getting benched, and Andy Reid is gonna be cut walking over to Burger King.
I'm actually going another direction. I'm gonna start Andy, bench Mike, and I'm gonna cut Belichick.
Yeah, I'm cutting Belichick. I don't give a fuck what who I'm
starting. The beast stuff out of Frank. Look at Frank.
I have my reason, bro. I got a good reason though.
Okay.
I love the way Andy Reid run the offense.
Okay.
I truly love the way Andy Reid run the offense. But again, I can't root against Tomlin. Like, as a black head coach, he's had the most winning seasons for like what? The entire time he had Big Ben.
15 years.
15 years. Like that says a lot.
June?
I'm gonna start Andy. I gotta bench Belichick and cut Tom. Andy, he makes plays on the fly. He's successful. He's been in the league a long time, just like with Buddy Tomlin. Then you got Belichick that just perfected a system, and he could take your sorriest player and make him earn a big contract somewhere else. I just think that system is never going to be able to be replicated.
I got this. There's a reason why one of these coaches have 8 rings and the other 2 have 2 combined together, 1 each. It's closed. I don't need no bench. I don't need both of them getting cut. I don't need no bench. It's Belichick. It's
Frankie, hey, you my dog, man. What are you doing, man?
It's blitz per 6. It's the Patriot way or no way. Like,
so here's mine, man. And of course, I'm gonna start Belichick. That even a dude been coaching since 1975.
He got cut all my.
Yeah. And it's just funny that all y'all cut him. It's or benched him. It's cool. But
no, I benched him.
Yeah, that's what I said, cut or benched. But I'm starting him. Now, I'm going to say this is where it's difficult for me, right? Because Andy Reid, I have respect for him. He went to 4 NFC championships before winning one going to Super Bowl with the Eagles straight. At the time, that wasn't really heard of besides the Buffalo Bills in the 90s and went straight in the AFC. So he went 4 straight. I'm going to go start Belichick, bench Andy, and I'm cutting Tomlin.
Okay. That's my evil twin. I can't cut my evil twin.
But and it's not fair to put Tomlin in it, but I did it because of the fact that he's had 15 seasons and never had a losing record. You know what I'm saying? I got to give him credit for that. But when you look at the body of work the other 2 have done, it's like you can't to cut or bench him. You're crazy. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Andy Reid, you could make an argument for Andy Reid to be over Belichick because Andy did it good in the Eagles. Took 5 weeks off, went to the Chiefs, and did it over there. You know what I'm saying? So, and I think he holds.
Okay, we got 3 more.
All right, go ahead.
Next one: Sean Payton, Andy Reid, and Sean McVay.
Oh wow,
McVay ass cut.
Yeah, he's cut. See, and I'm starting Andy, and I'm benching Sean only because Andy has been successful in 2 different franchises, and Sean Payton's only been on the Saints. Now, that's no slight on him, but start Andy, bench Sean, and cut McVay.
I'm going the same route.
I'm going to be different. I'm going to start Andy. I'm going to cut Sean, and I'm going to keep McVay.
So he can blow the league.
McVay been in the league half the time that maybe a quarter of the time, and both of these guys combined. And I think he's been he's shown a lot of success given what he had to play with. I think what's his name? Sean Payton, he had a lot of success, but I mean he had a lot of success with one Super Bowl and then what? And then Diggs burned him, and that was the last of that success. Everybody forgot about that season because of that play.
Yeah, that's true.
Nikki, you're muted.
Nikki, you are muted. There you go.
I knew that.
Oh, she's talking. Oh, I thought you were talking to us and didn't know you were muted.
I know, right?
Next one we have. Oh, that's small. We have Patrick Mahomes, Russell Wilson, and Aaron Rodgers. Strictly on play, on football. Mind you, they all have one Super Bowl ring.
Nah, Russell, start, bench Patrick, and I'm cutting Aaron.
All motherfucking day in that order.
I might start Patrick, bench Russell, and then cut Aaron.
That's tough, man, because it was a hard season in Seattle this past year.
Hold on, Frankie.
Tell Frankie to wait his turn.
You gotta wait your turn.
All right. Yeah, I'm gonna start Pat, bench Russ, and cut Aaron.
And I agree.
All right, Frankie, come in.
What is it? Is it 3-time or 4-time MVP?
Start, bench, cut.
Four, yeah.
4-time? I'm starting 4-time MVP, 1-time Super Bowl champ. Aaron Rodgers, the most accurate quarterback of all time. Benching.
Turn up the mic, Frank.
I'm benching Mahomes and cutting Russell. Cause I mean, if there was no Brady, I mean Rodgers. Well, I wouldn't say Rodgers would be the GOAT, but he'll probably be number 2 because Montana still exists. But regardless of rings, if we're going off just MVP awards, also and talent and like I said, accuracy, Rodgers all day. What are we even talking about right here? What are we talking about? There's nothing to discuss. There's nothing to talk about.
And this is the last one. So we have DeAndre Hopkins, we have Julio Jones, and we have Michael Thomas.
Like this today, or like when they were good?
Prime.
Well, when Julio was good.
When Julio was good.
That if we going that way, start Julio, bench Hopkins, and cut Thomas.
Yep.
Yeah. Yep.
If we going in prime for this one, then yeah, that's what I would do.
I would have to agree. Yep, I will agree.
Damn. Hey, Michael Thomas, Hopkins, by Julio.
Los?
Yes. I'm going to start Julio, bench Hopkins, and cut Thomas. He ain't really did shit for me, but had the most catches one season.
Yeah, and then he went IR after that for like 3 seasons straight.
Yeah. And bench and cried to be a 99 on Madden. So, yeah.
So, hey, I got something for Los. Because, out of respect, my man, I just wanted to look something up. So just going on 4 years of play, right? Because that's what Mark Andrews played.
He's about to break out Gronkowski. He's about to talk about Gronk.
So
Andrews, look, that has been on his mind the entire podcast.
Yeah. It's disrespectful.
That's been on his mind the entire. We said that the first 2 minutes of the podcast. We recorded for over an hour.
17 minutes in, and I'm gonna tell you, it's disrespectful. So he got 3,466 yards and 29 touchdowns. 4 years. 4 years. Mm-hmm. Gronk in his 4 years and didn't play full 4 seasons. 3,255 receiving yards to 42 touchdowns.
in an air raid offense versus a run first offense.
Yeah, whichever you want to call it. Now, now in Tampa, in just 2 years of play, with only playing a total of 28 games, he has 14, 25, and 13 touchdowns in his late years. I mean, my man, he had 1,000. Bro, are you serious? Like,
listen,
hey, man,
I give my respect to Gronk. I gave him respect, but let's just say it's time to pass the crown, bro. Like,
okay. Hey, I'm there with you.
In a run first offense. Come on now, a run first offense, and you had 3 to 4 different quarterbacks this season. What Mark Andrews did is nothing slight of amazing.
No, listen. As far as tight end goes, I like a full round tight end. That means blocking on the run game, catching, protecting the quarterback, and doing what they do. I'm gonna give Andrews credit. Right. I like Mark. I do. But when you said that about you know what I'm saying? I had to look at the stats, bro. You know what I'm saying?
This is strictly for Los and for Los only, okay? Start, bench, cut, okay? We got Andrews, Kittle, and Kelsey.
Bro, what the fuck? All right, so hear me out. I actually am not that big of a Kelsey fan, so I'm gonna cut Kelsey because I want to see what he do this year without Tariq being the safety blanket. I'm gonna start Mark, and I'm gonna bench Kittle because Kittle in his prime was easily 1-2.
Hey man, when you eat both in VA, we can meet up in my house for a drink, bro. Let me tell you something. This man, look what he said. Say that again about Kelsey, bro. Hey, God, Jesus.
I gotta see it, bro. I gotta see what he do without Tariq being the safety blanket.
Right, you can't be taking all my friends.
No, listen, I'm just saying because I've been saying that about Kelsey forever.
I know.
No, but because he's white chocolate, you know what I'm saying? He like the sisters, everybody. Oh my God, Travis Kelsey. He ain't married not one yet. You know what I'm saying? So don't give him too much credit. And then the thing is, look who he plays for. Look who he plays for. You know what I'm saying? Ain't nobody scared of him. They just don't. No, you put Gronk or Andrews out there, and they scared him. Kittle and when Kittle's healthy, come on, man. I do like a Viking
dog
with his hair out, taking hits. He looks for the person there, like a Jeremy Shockey used to do. I'm gonna find you. I'm gonna
look for somebody to run over. Exactly.
Yeah. Nah, man. Kelsey's fuck out of here. I try not to curse, but fuck him. My man. There you go. What else you got, Bree?
That is it. But I do have a question. A question of the day. Let's see who can answer without looking it up. So I want everyone's hands up when I ask this question. June, put your hands up. Everyone, I want everyone's hands up. Okay. Frank might know it. Both your hands, June.
I'm drinking.
Both of them.
Go ahead.
Okay. So who was Byron Leftwich the backup quarterback for? No looking it up.
Well, I know he was
the Jaguars player.
Mark Brunell.
No.
He was on my team.
He was. I think he was the only quarterback ever that I know that he played for was that team.
Everyone's hands up.
I already gave my answers. I don't know.
He had another team he played for.
Oh, then I don't know.
Yeah, no, you got me there.
Really? Any last minute guesses?
I don't know.
Last guesses?
I didn't start watching.
Who's the team?
All right. He was the backup quarterback for Ben Roethlisberger in 2008.
That's right, because he went to the Steelers. Yeah, you're right.
Mm-hmm.
I dead ass forgot about that.
Me too. I forgot he was on the Steelers. I ain't gonna lie to you.
He played for the Jacksonville Jaguars, Atlanta Falcons, Pittsburgh Steelers, Tampa Bay Buccaneers, and then back to the Pittsburgh Steelers.
What's this?
So, I did have something I wanted to ask you guys, and I forgot.
I never said that.
So, I listen to a lot of books, Carlos, and a lot of them have to do with my team mostly, but I just listened to one with McVay. I saw him up there. Do you think that McVay's approach to free agents over draft picks is going to start a trend in the NFL.
Starting to look like the NBA, if you ask me. I don't think it worked for LeBron. I don't think it's gonna work for the NFL either. Because at some point you're gonna need more than just a 1 and 2 down guy. Like these veterans, they keep going again. You good for 1, 2 downs, but then what's next? Somebody with inexperience, somebody who barely made a name for themselves coming in.
Okay. I believe that depending on the team, it can change the game, right? The draft and the combine has been criticized a lot over the last couple of years. And it's because you see them do great there, but it's different when you're in actual play. I think McVay, he sold out, he got a quarterback that he knew had potential that can get him over the hump. And he went with the defense with Von Miller. Ramsey was non-existent. Let's just be honest. I think that me personally, if I can get the right player at free agency that I know what I'm getting with, instead of going with a rookie, I might go that way. By going with a rookie and not know what I'm going to get. You know what I'm saying? It's rare that you see a first rounder or a rookie come out and be spectacular right away. You know what I'm saying? If you take Mahomes,
Michael Parsons.
Yeah, if you and that's defense. You know, you start looking at offense. Mahomes fell into a team that had weapons already. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't like not like Josh Allen that had to bring that team up. You know, the Steelers really haven't had a rookie quarterback start since I could remember, since Ben Roethlisberger.
2004.
You know what I'm saying? The Jags are still trying to find a way. And the Eagles, where we're seeing their struggles now. You know what I'm saying? From veteran to rookie and not having the experience. I think for some positions, it matters, man. I really do. Like at quarterback, if I could have went out and got Trubisky for the Steelers, I think it's going to be a good look. You know what I'm saying? I think so. For his style of play and the coaching, I think is great. You know, I think Baker in another team could have been great. You know what I'm saying? Because you know what you're
Baker to Seattle.
Yep. You know what you're getting. You know what I'm saying? By me picking Malik, whoever else, anybody else. I mean, we look at Trevor Lawrence. He had moments of good that he showed what's up, but then he had moments of inconsistency. You know what I'm saying? And again, that's not all indicative to him and his style because of the team's struggles. And like Nikki said, a lot of holes they had to plug. But still, even Peyton, his first year, had a losing record and a lot of interceptions. You know what I'm saying? So, and Peyton started right away. So, I don't know. June?
Damn,
Well,
what was
June
your
is
rate?
thinking,
Hey, hold on. Now go ahead, Nikki. Go ahead.
I think I want a mixture, right? Which is what we currently have, right? The only reason why I say a mixture is because I know what I'm getting with free agency, pretty much, or at least I know your style of play. There's people that get drafted and they can perform. I also believe this, right? Most people that you do free agency, you have the opportunity to see how they play. You get what I'm saying? And on top, some of them that you want to get on your team has 10 years. You get what I'm saying? So they have the time, they have all of that. And I think a lot of people in draft might not have the same skill set, but very close. Like, you know, with the time and the right coaching, they could be exactly what you need. So I don't know. And then I also believe that some people free agency can be great players in the scheme that they are in, but when they come to your team, they just don't fit. Like, it doesn't work. And I don't think that's on the player. I just think that, you know, certain things just don't work with certain people. And just to say, oh, because I've seen you play on team A, I know you'll be great on team B. I think that's can be proven not all the way 100% correct. So I think a mixture will go a long way. And then you think about it, some people that are one-hit wonders, and I don't mean one-hit wonders, but I'm saying where they played super well or they were superstars at one point, is because nobody had film on them. You get what I'm saying? Nobody know, your temperament or how great. And then when it's time for you to run it back, you can't, because now we know you wiggle your toes, you do this, you do that. And if we can stop that, like for example, we talk about Patrick Mahomes. If we can stop that, Derrick Henry, everybody know if they stop his ass at the line, he might not get as much yards as he's been getting. A lot of people. Now, granted, talent always will outbeat certain things. So yeah, you might stop Derrick 4 or 5 times, but on 6th time, he's taking off on your ass. He gonna get his in between. But I think a mixture is where I would go.
And Frank, no, I was just gonna ask him just so we could understand the question. So I don't.
Why are you doing that?
So your question is Sean McVay, right? The Rams dude. Okay, good. All right, go ahead.
My question is this:
Great.
Sean McVay went out and did something that nobody does. They gave up all the draft picks to get veteran players. So do you think by him going out winning the Super Bowl, it has changed the outlook or the culture to where forget draft picks, I'm gonna go veteran players?
Go ahead, bro.
I am a mixture, but I'm more leaning towards draft picks and rookies. And the reason why I'm gonna say that is because they're still so young and so hungry coming out of college. And I also watch college football. So it's like you see these people in college and stuff and what they're capable of. Now, with veteran players and stuff, it's hard to build a team around them or teach them into the system. When you have someone young and fresh, you can easily teach them into the system or build the system around them a lot easier than someone who's been playing for a long time and having to like reconstruct what they're used to versus someone who's nice, young, and fresh. You can either fit the system around them and make it easier for them, or it'll be easier to teach the young, fresh, new faces to fit into a system because they're a lot younger. They're a lot more mobile. Their bones are a little bit stronger than these late 30-year-olds and 30-year-olds. And then they're also like very hungry and they're there to prove themselves. A prime example of someone who they learned the system is Patrick Mahomes. He learned from Alex Smith. He got that mentoring from Alex Smith, and he learned the Kansas City system a lot faster when he was young and fresh, and it's working for him, right? And then you can also say Zach Wilson and just the Jets freaking organization itself. And you can say Zach Wilson, and you can also say fucking Sam Darnold. They're not teaching them their system, or they're not building their system around them. And that's why they're not doing so well and so hot, because they can't find that perfect balance when it comes to these nice new young quarterbacks in their cases. But I would go draft picks, rookies, in my opinion.
Okay,
Frank, I think it's all based on the team situational position. So I don't think it's gonna change the culture. I think the direction that any team goes is gonna be based on the situation they're in. Why I say that is look at Sean McVay's team, right? No draft picks, they have no choice but to kind of deal. They have no choice but to play the cards that they're dealt with, that they put on their own table. So I don't think there is a culture change at all. I just think you're gonna play the cards the way you got them. If the Jags got all them, if the Eagles, Jags, or whoever got all them draft picks, they're gonna go that route because they ain't got no choice. But if you're in McVay's situation, sometimes he may look like a genius, but he just don't have a choice. So he's gonna have to go with them free agents and the undrafted free agents. So that's why I don't think it's gonna be a culture change at all.
Okay.
Well, I guess the question. Hold on, I gotta say something in June, right? So I agree. I agree that the cards that he's dealt with is what he has to deal. But I guess the question is, he caused it, and I don't mean caused in a negative way, but they had the draft pick. You get what I'm saying? To get what they wanted, they gave it up, right? Now, so I don't more say that they had to deal with it because that's all they had. That they caused that. You know what I mean? But my thing to you, Frank, is this: he did that, and they almost lost. I think that the Bengals just outplayed themselves. Like they forgot that there's 4 quarters to this game. And I think they exhorted themselves early on. So when it mattered, you know what I'm saying? They were tired. The O-line was tired. Like anybody could have got through that line by that point. They were this close to losing. So I don't know. I don't know if tenure played a big factor. Like, bro, I gotta pace myself, and I know that if I give my all at once, and most people like track runners, right? You know, they start blah blah blah, and at the end they give their last little push, right? I think that's what the Rams did. They gave their last little push when they needed to, and it counted the most. But running it back, I don't think they're gonna run it back. That's just me personally, right?
No, I don't think
know.
they're running back. I think.
So, yeah, I know. I'm just saying, like, I think he did what he thought was best and what he thought was going to get him there. And I think it just happened to be that it was successful, right? But I guess the real lesson would they be as great as they were last year?
I mean, Los, what you think before I go and say anything?
I think that defense instantly got better when they got Bobby Wagner. That's a presence in the middle they didn't have. And sometimes it just takes that veteran leadership. So, you know, the Ravens organization, we real bad about signing older guys instead of grabbing fresh talent, which we did go away from this year. But like, take the Calais Campbells, who, you know, amazing player. You know, Mayor of Saxonville when he was in Jacksonville, but that's when he was younger. Yeah. His legs were fresh, and he could give you more than one down, as opposed to like what I said earlier. You know, you get these draft picks. You know, you might find a Michael Parsons who got a motor who can go all 4 downs. So I'm kind of in the middle. I do agree that, you know, veteran leadership is big, but like I do agree with, you know, giving young talent a chance to prove themselves too, because you see what you're drafting before you draft. Like you see film, you see what works to your system. So why would you go out there and pick a 2-down lineman when you need a 4-down lineman?
So that makes sense. That makes sense.
I would
look at June. Jewel is hungry.
I will say this, right? For me, the reason I bring the question up is because a lot of times you can get some of these veteran players for dirt cheap, right? And you can also get a lot of these rookies now with the way they changed the rules in the league, that they don't get that much money until after the rookie seasons or the rookie contract is done, right? So I personally, for me, feel like sometimes going veteran over draft is because you know what you're getting. You know what I'm saying? You know exactly what you're going to get. And it's key players, right? And like June said something about Belichick is the system. I base it off what I've seen in New England over the last 20 years. They were able to bring players in, plug and play them, and make it do what it do. You know what I'm saying? And his draft picks, let's just be honest, if it ain't on defense, they struggled. They haven't had a good wide receiver in the first round since Deion Branch. N'Keal Harry was a bust. You know what I'm saying? Now they're trying to trade him. He never got with the program. But you bring a person in like Aguilar, he did good. You bring another person in like Michael Bourne, he did okay in a system. You know what I'm saying? So that's just it for me. I agree. If you got the picks, me personally though, if I know I can give 2 first-round picks, but I'm getting a player that's transcendent, that's not doing good like a Matthew Stafford, you know, they're not gonna run it back. And Nikki, you're right. They almost lost. If they would have blocked for 2 more seconds. For 2 more seconds,
that game would have been over. Mm-hmm.
Oh boy, Chase was open.
And then we would have been like, them dummies, they gave away all their thingy and could, you know, when it mattered the most, they lost. You know what I mean? So I mean,
like for me personally, I was talking with somebody about this the other day, and this has nothing to do with this question. In the Rams versus Patriots Super Bowl, I feel that the Rams lost the minute that McVay met Belichick. That was it. Belichick knew he had him. McVay was starstruck. He was fanning over Belichick's success. And as a coach, you would look at him and say, oh shit, that's Belichick. But I look at Doug Peterson and he looked at Belichick like, yo, you just another motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? And I'm gonna beat you. I look at Rex Ryan when he was in the Jets and he said, I'm not impressed with Super Bowl rings. I'm here to beat you. But McVay, man, when he saw Belichick, he was like, yo, you the man. I got you on my wall when I was a kid. You know what I'm saying? And I think that played a part in his whole mental going into the game.
He said that,
Yeah, if you look at, I got the movies, I could share them with you. When you look at them, when they went to the Super Bowl and they met on the field right before the game started, McVay was like a little kid meeting his idol. You know what I'm saying? It would have been like Tom Brady meeting Montana. And it's like, oh, you know, like
he got posters in his room. He said he got posters in his room.
Yeah. He was like, yeah, I got your poster in my room. I even cut off one of my I cut one of my hoodies so I could look.
Belichick's fake as fuck, by the way. So
no, he's not. Be quiet. No, he's not.
Yes, he is. No, listen. How the fuck is Belichick and Kraft gonna go to the Boston game and not invite you? Like, that's fake.
Well, I talked to Bill and I talked to Rob, right? Rob told me what happened.
Here we go with this foolishness.
And Belichick, you know, he didn't say much. He said, listen, Frank, I couldn't bring you, bro. I said, okay, I got it.
All right. So
Robert, and I said, Rob, what happened? He said, Frank Belichick came. That's what happened. And I said, oh, you
No, because Rob was there on Sunday and Belichick was there last night. So he lied to you.
I should have went when Belichick went because they won.
Yeah.
Rob jinxed them. You know what I'm saying? Belichick
and Jack Harlow did too.
Yeah.
They both fake.
But we got anything?
All right, so,
that's it?
Nope, that is it. I want to say I hope everyone has a great and blessed week. Nikki's birthday is tomorrow. And we're going to turn up and take these shots tomorrow. I thank you, Los, for coming on to our podcast today. We loved you today. So as Frank says, you can come on anytime, brother. That's what Frank tells Blanco all the time.
I'll be back.
I hope everyone drinks their water. Be safe. Have a great Mother's Day. Mother's Day is on Sunday. So shout out to all the beautiful moms and the wives. Shout out to Nikki. She's the mom in the group. Okay. So thank you for listening, Frank.
That's a new sound.
Yeah, I know, right? Another week, man. I'm happy we was here to talk. We had some good talking points. Carlos, you're gonna get to say your closing statements too. But thank you for joining, man. Always good to have people on here that we can actually debate with. You know what I'm saying? And I like your energy. So thanks for joining us. Another week down. Another one to go next week. I'm happy. Let's go.
June.
Hey, Carlos, good to meet you. Good to have you on here. Wish nothing but success for those damn Ravens. Hey, go Birds. Happy to be here. See you next week.
Nikki.
What happened to my thingy? Okay. Listen, America. You know, it's another week. It's another week. It's always a pleasure coming on here, talking to the crew.
Happy birthday tomorrow to it, Nikki. Sorry.
June, don't do that because I was in the road. I was just, you know. All right, America. It's always great seeing y'all. It's always good seeing the podcast members. And Carlos, welcome. It was lovely. I mean, first of all, it was great because I actually like your team. If I didn't like your team, this shit was gonna be nasty the entire time. But you know, I love them all. So you're lucky. It was America. Tomorrow's our birthday. Listen, y'all all have a drink on me. Bring a sports to me to have a drink with her, and I would take it gladly. A good. I got plenty in the pantry. Turn up on me, okay? Send your bill to 757 Frank. Tell them your number so they can send it to you.
My number is 757, but go ahead.
That's all I got. Y'all stay blessed, man.
Los.
Hey, appreciate y'all for having me, man. I had a good time. I look forward to coming on again. And, you know, big trust. We'll see y'all in the season.
Los, look.
Can't nobody
that hat got a stain on it, don't it? It had a stain on it.
No, it's the matching slippers that I got for you, but mine's is Pittsburgh. That
Don't
grandma
make me
got.
put mine back on.
He said,
"Oh Lord,
it's staining."
He said it's a stain on it.
Subscribe, share the play call. Thank you.
Bye.